Hi ladies, hi gents. Okay, I've been asked by a few people to do a tutorial on the cheesecloth flowers that I make, the Shabby chic ones. And I was asked a while ago, but I just haven't had time to do it. So I've eventually got a bit of time to myself and I'm going to go ahead and do the tutorial. Okay, so I think I've got everything ready. Okay, I just cut my cheesecloth into strips and I just roughly guess how wide I'm going to cut it. I think that's about 2 inches wide, and then I just cut a long strip. And what I do is I fold it into squares like this, so like that. I just trim off the excess, and then I just snip the folds and I do it very roughly because these are going to be shabby chic. So, and then I have, like, it doesn't matter if they're not all the same size, it doesn't matter at all because you're going to fray them. And mind you, that one is quite a bit different in size, so I'll take them out. And I use double layer cheesecloth, so there's 2 pieces, so there's actually 6 there, but I'd probably cut out about 16 or 18. And then what I do is I take the 2 together because it's just quicker, and I just pull some of the threads out really roughly, just to shabby up the edges, and they pull out quite easy. And obviously it's quicker if you do 2 pieces at a time, but you can do 1 at a time. Okay. So that's how the edges then look once you've done that, and I do that to all the squares. So I have the larger size, but then I also do the same. Cut this end off because my cheesecloth is joined at the edges. And you can see it's really rough. I mean, and this one's probably, I don't know, 1 inch square. But I mean, you can just do the sizes that you want, depending. It's about, you know, just, and again, I take 2 at a time and just start pulling the threads out. You can have as much frayed as you want, you can have more, you can have less, it's totally up to you and how you want it to look. Okay, so that's the 2 sizes I want. So these are for the outer layer and this is for the centre layer. And I cut about, I think it's about 16 of these and maybe about 8 or 10 of these. But, you know, if you were doing a lot, it would be worth sitting cutting out the squares one night and fraying them all, and then you can make a batch of flowers. So I do that with, and get lots, and then to make my petals I just take 1 and then I fold it off centre like that, and then I fold it like that. And then I just pop a tiny bit of glue in there, press it down to make sure it holds. So I'll do that again with the big one so you can see. So I fold it off centre and then half over like that. And I do exactly the same with the small ones. Just fold them off centre like that, and then in half. So off centre and over. And that gives me my petals. I have actually already made a load in the large, so we'll start with them. I'll put the smaller ones to one side. Okay, so then I just cut out a rough circle in felt for my base. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, I'll make sure. Okay. Then I start taking my petals. For my first one I just put a little bit of glue down this edge. So this edge here, just so that when I get to the last one I can still tuck it under. And you just pop that down on you. And it's the same principle as the rosette flower I do, exactly the same principle. You just start layering them round in a circle. I think I need another glue stick, excuse me. So you just keep layering them round, and I always keep the folded edge going the same way. And you can space them as close together or further apart depending how many petals you want to use. It really doesn't matter. This is quite a big flower because I wanted you to be able to see what I was doing that way. And just keep following it round. And you'll see here I'm almost joining with the first one. This is the first one. So I can still lift this one up to be able to glue underneath it. So we need one more. So I just position it over the thing, lift this first one up to make sure it tucks underneath like that, and then I just pop a little bit of glue on that one, back of that one, so that it holds it down like that. So it's exactly like the rosette tutorial. Okay, so then that's the big petals done. Then I take the smaller ones for the centre and I do the exact same thing again. But what I do is I try and centre it so that it's in the middle of one of the bigger petals. It's probably hard to see with it all being white. and then I just do the same thing again. It's always good to make your petals up first, because then you can sit and enjoy making the actual flowers up afterwards. I think I need one more. And so there you have the centre, and you can see how shabby and fluffy and yummy that looks. So let me just move those out the way. Okay, so then for my centre you can use anything. You can use a button or a, you know, a bling centre or just a pearl centre. But for this one, I'm going to use this centre. And this is made with a square ribbon slider and one of these flat back pearls, which I just attach with a tiny piece of glue to hold it in place. And I've made one already here. And I just love the way these look, so I'm going to use this. And I do put quite a good amount of glue on this, just because it's got to hold the pearl in place as well. I'll just hold that down for a minute while that glue dries. Okay, and so there's my shabby chic cheesecloth flower, and you can fluff it up as much as you want and make it as shabby as you want. You can see where you fray the cheesecloth, it just gives it a gorgeous look. Really beautiful. This is quite a large one, so, but if you were using this on a altar project, you could use one this size, or you can make them smaller, just depending on what you're using it on. I mean, so these squares are roughly 2 inches by 2 inches and roughly 1 inch by 1 inch. So just adjust your sizes to the size petals you want. But I do love the way that it looks when it's finished. I mean, it would look... This is one of the muslin bags that Dee sent me. Hi Dee! Wouldn't it just be stunning with some lace at the top and bottom with this flower in the centre? Wouldn't that make a beautiful gift bag? You know, you can add it to a box or a book. So that's my shabby chic cheesecloth flower, and I hope you found the tutorial easy to follow. And now somebody's knocking at my door, so I better say goodbye for now because Alfie's barking and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.